Hi students, welcome back to this channel English Literature with Irdam. In this video, I am going to discuss a very important topic in English literature, and that is the difference between the postmodernism and the posthumanism. Remember that these two areas are emerging areas in English literature, critical theory and criticism, and most of the time people consider them synonymous, but they are different. So posthumanism and the postmodernism, they although share the same timeline, the same age, and some of the similar characteristics and approaches, but their themes are a bit different. So in this video, I'm going to define the differences between the postmodernism and the posthumanism. And if you are an aspirant of any competitive exam in English literature or preparing for UGC NET SET JRF, then this video is for you. And be connected with this channel. I keep sharing the similar videos or various informations related to English literature. So if you are enthusiastic and passionate learner, then be connected with this channel. So in this video, I am going to define some core differences and borderlines between the postmodernism and the posthumanism. So without wasting our time, let us begin. As postmodernism is a late 20th century literary and philosophical movement, and it challenges the belief in universal truth, objective reality, and the stable meaning. In the very first line, it has been clear that postmodernism challenges the beliefs or the universal truths, objective realities, and the stable meanings. So whatever our conventional ideas and conventional understanding is, postmodernism directly deconstructs it and interrogates the set and stable meaning in the realities. And it also argues that these all realities, the truths and the meanings are socially and culturally constructed, and they are constructed by power, ideology, and discourses. And they are not the universal truths or absolute truths, but they are constructed and made. For example, it is said in the society that men are powerful and women are weak. So this is created, a socially constructed ideology, but it's not natural or it's not, uh, you know, absolute truth. It is constructed. So postmodernism challenges that such convention and belief. Whereas the posthumanism is also a contemporary literary approach that questions the centrality and the superiority of the human subject. Remember that posthumanism is related to the humans only. It is related to the humans only, and those universal truths about the human's place in the society are also constructed. They are not universally, they are not naturally given us, but they are constructed. They are culturally and socially and ideologically constructed. So posthumanism again questions the anthropocentrism, the central place of humans in the society, in the universe. This is the posthumanism. Then next we have believes that the truth and the meaning is relative, fragmented, and multiple. It says that as there are number of different narratives and there are number of different meanings. So there are multiple meanings, multiple narrators, and multiple perspectives. So postmodernism believes that whatever the perspective and the truth is there, that is relative actually. That is fragmented, that is multiplied. It's not created by one person, but it is created by many. Postmodernism rejects grand narratives such as enlightenment, reason, religion, and scientific objectivity, viewing them as tools of domination rather than universal explanation. So postmodernism believes that the society creates some grand narratives related to reasoning, related to religion, scientific objectivity, and these are the domination, a tool of domination rather than universal explanations. Whereas posthumanism believes that knowledge is distributed across human and non-human systems. So it believes that knowledge is distributed. It's not the responsibility, or it's not the matter of only humans, but it is the matter of both human and the non-human systems. So posthumanism moves beyond the relativism to examine how intelligence and agency emerge through networks involving human, machine, biology, and the environment. So posthumanism believes that human is a subset of this whole system. Human is not at the central place. Human is not supreme. It is a part of this whole chain. There are different uh, there are networks. There are different networks in the society. For example, human, nature, animal, trees, non-humans, plants. These all are the part of a whole chain. They are the subsystem. They are the networks. So human is not alone. It's not the single entity. It is not the automatism. It is not the autonomous, but it is relative, interrelated with all other things. Then postmodernism talks about the human subjectivity and says that the human subject is decentered, unstable, and constructed by language, culture, and media. So postmodernism believes that human subjectivity is central. The meaning of human is decentral. It is unstable, and it is constructed by language, culture, and media. And our identity is fluid and performative rather than fixed or essential. So it also believes that a human identity and subjectivity is fluid and the performative. It's not stable and it is not fixed. It is anti-essential. Whereas posthumanism believes that human subjectivity is no longer central at all. It also talks about the human centrality and says that human is not at the center of the universe. And humans are also seen as the hybrid beings. They are biological, technological, ecological, whose identity emerges through interaction with the non-human entities. So human is not central. It is not one, but hybrid. It is the hybrid of machines and the organisms. It is the blend of biological and the technological. So through this way, human and non-human, they live together rather than living separately. The next is the language. So language creates the narratives. Language creates the perspectives and the ideology. And postmodernism believes that language does not reflect reality. It creates and distorts it. Language only creates and distorts the reality. It doesn't create it. And meaning is endlessly differed. Whatever is said in the society, that is dubious, and that is endlessly differed, ambiguous, and ironical, and also metafiction in literature. So whatever the narrative runs in the society, that is dubious, and that is not real, but that is constructed by various stakeholders. Whereas posthumanism believes that language is only one system among many. So posthumanism believes that language is also a one system, and it focuses equally on code, biology, algorithms, and material processes that shape meaning and society. So posthumanism believes that Language is just a code, it's a biological algorithm and the material processes. Language is materialistic that shapes meaning in the agency. The next difference is attitude towards the technology. So postmodernism believes that technology produces hyperreality, simulation, alienation, and a loss of authenticity. And it is often treated with irony or the skepticism. So again, technology is not onerous, it is not ominous, it is skeptical, and it is not treated as the final thing, but it is also constructive. Whereas posthumanism believes that technology is integrated with body and the mind. Technology is integrated with the body and the mind, like artificial intelligence, biotechnology, cybernetic. They reshape the human evolution and identity rather than merely alienating it. So, posthumanism also believes on the technology, but it aligns technology with human body and the mind. And it also gives the human attributions to technology. For example, AI that can behave like human being, biotechnology, the technological devices related to the human body, then cybernetics, the consciousness in the machines, then they also question the human's meaning and the definition in contemporary society. The next difference is on the ethical orientation. Remember that ethics are relativized and unstable in postmodernism. They have no fixed moral center, and postmodernism often exposes the moral contradictions rather than offering solutions. So postmodernism questions about the stable meanings, and it also exposes the moral contradictions. It doesn't give any solution, but it questions only all the set norms and the ideas. Whereas posthumanism extends the ethics to include the non-human life, artificial beings, and ecosystems, and it emphasizes the responsibility, care, and the coexistence. So posthumanism also enhances and constructs the definition of humanity and includes the non-human agents, the technology and the device into the human being, and also the non-humans into the human being, and it also spreads the cooperation rather than the competition. And it also emphasizes the responsibility, care, and the coexistence. It doesn't alienate or separate the human uh, from the non-humans, but it puts both of them into the same category. So both the human and the non-human live together as per the posthumanism. Then next we have literary characteristics. In postmodernism, we have fragmented plots, unreliable narrators, metafiction, intertextuality, irony, parody, and often an open ending that dominate the postmodern literature. So here, different voices are given the values, and every voice is considered in postmodern framework. So here the plots are fragmented, they are not single. The narrators are also unreal. There is a metafiction. Every text has a connection with the previous text, which Julia Kristeva says intertextuality. Then we have irony, parody, and open ending. And these all techniques dominate the postmodernism. Also, the stream of consciousness comes under the postmodernism. Then in posthumanism, we have the speculative fictions, dystopia, science fiction, climate fiction, and bio narratives that explore hybrid bodies, AI consciousness, cloning, and the ecological futures. So posthumanism talks about the dystopia, speculative fiction, science fiction, climate fiction, and bio narratives. And it also talks about the AI consciousness used as a character in fictions. It talks about the genetic engineering, cloning, cloned bodies, and ecological futures. Then next we have postmodernism. It focuses on the language, ideology, capitalism, and media, and question that how they shape reality and manipulate the meaning. Whereas posthumanism focuses on biopower, surveillance, genetic engineering, algorithmic control, and environmental exploitation. So, postmodernism deconstructs the language, ideology, and capitalism. It also puts the emphasis on that how this language runs some narratives, then make them the nature, and how the narratives are constructed and built into the society, the grand narratives. Posthumanism focuses on the biopower, our bodily powers, then our privacy, then our genetic engineering, bodily manipulations, and then algorithmic controls are related to the human emotions, how they are controlled, manipulated, and also environmental exploitation. The posthumanism talks about the human, then and the nature, and it gives it interrogates the set intentions that capitalistic market, that how it destroys and exploits the human and the nature. The next we have the historical context. It emerged, postmodernism emerged after the Second World War. It means after the 1945. And it is the response towards the failure of modernist ideas like the progress or the rationality. So postmodernism is a direct question to and response to the modernism and its ideals like the progress and the rationality. Whereas posthumanism emerged in the 21st century in response to artificial intelligence, climate crisis, genetic engineering, and post-biological futures. So postmodernism is a posthumanism is a response to artificial intelligence, then climate change, natural crisis, genetic engineering related and other bodily modifications, and the post-biological futures. That after the manipulating this biological body, what are the possibilities? Whether it would be in our favor, it would be helpful for the society, or it is going against the society. So posthumanism interrogates all these possibilities. Then postmodernism believes that meaning is stable or even possible. It doesn't it doesn't believe on the set meanings and ideas, but it says that meaning can be possible. If we continuously question it, find out it, figure out it, explore the meaning, then it can be find out. Who says it is postmodernism? But posthumanism believes that who or what counts as human now. It says that human are conventionally considered biological, dominated, the supreme and powerful. But in post-human age, in this age of science and technology, what, how, and when we can count the humans as humans now. Then there are some literary examples like Slaughterhouse by Kurj Vonnegut is the best example of the postmodernism, whereas Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro is the example of the posthumanism. And if we talk about the overall aim, so postmodernism, what it does, postmodernism deconstructs meaning, authority, and certainty in culture and literature. But posthumanism reconstructs ethics, identity, and existence beyond human exceptionalism. So these are some essential differences between the humanism and the posthumanism and the postmodernism. I hope